Now, Brian, I tell you what, they have had a busy, busy schedule. I'm talking about the mighty Sharks. They have been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
They've been everywhere, Brian, from Vegas to Townsville, and they finally get a home game. And I'm pleased to say the coach, Craig Fitzgibbon, joins the run home with Joel and Fletch. G'day, Fitzy.
Hey, fellas, how are you?
We're going all right, mate. Nice to have a home game.
Yeah, it is. We had our first trial here, and then we went to Canberra for the second trial, then Vegas and Townsville. But it's been an enjoyable time away, mate. To be honest, connecting with the lads and spending some time together. But it's always a pleasure to play on your home turf and get home and get a normal weekend. That's for sure.
Now, Fitzy, we heard that half of your side was crook. Was that before Vegas or was it after Vegas when you all picked up this?
No, yeah, after Vegas. Now on the way home, we left in good health, and then not sure if we got smashed by something on the plane, but by the time they got home, the next week was a bit of a write-off. But thought the players that were sick did a terrific job at coming in the week after with no excuses. I mean, as you know, by the time you take the field, no one knows whether you've been sick or not. So I thought they did a pretty good job of dusting themselves off and getting after it.
Tell you what, not many teams, well, obviously the Roosters won last week, but you pushed the Panthers over there. You gave them a 14-point start at one point, Fitzy, and just about chased them down. You must have left pretty bullish about the year after that.
Yeah, I was. Listen, I was really pleased that they've given us a hard time over the last couple of years, as they have most clubs, Penrith. So I thought at 24-10 was looking likely to be a rough night. I love the way that we come home. We're never out of it. We probably, if anything, we just Tricky got caught on last tackle. We probably might have scored if we rolled that shape, and Jesse might have been able to flick one, and we're probably going to golden point. But also didn't think there were some parts to our game which were crucial. We had huge momentum swings with our errors, where in general play errors, you generally take a scrum and go, but we had some big momentum swings that, if you play Penrith, as you know, you give a team like that an opportunity, they'll take it. So, but plenty of positives in the way we come home, I thought.
Hey, Fitzy, your young winger, Sam Stonestreet, he's become a bit of a cult hero. He's been playing really good. I just wanted, before we get into him, Sione Katoa, is he gone for the year?
No, not the year. It's probably another 12 to 14 weeks roughly. He's had a shoulder, the sort of the shoulder. It's called a largage, where a big repair of his shoulder. Unfortunately, popped out in the trial, and we were going to roll the dice and try and get him back out there without the surgery, but. We figured if we got it done now, we'll still get him for half a year. But you're right, Stoney's jumped in there. Played well for us last year, Stoney, actually, so he's done really well. I thought he bit out of sorts against Penrith, but I thought he was good last week.
Is he a bit of a character? He's struggling. He's got the mullet. He sticks that big long tongue out when he scores a try. What's he? What's he like off the field?
He's a lad, Fletch.
Yeah.
He's right up their alley. He's frequents the. He's a presence in the local community. Let's just say that. He's a good kid. He's a local junior. He's a cracking. He's actually pretty quiet, but he's got a close group of mates, and the players love him. He's very popular, and he's actually just a kid that's worked really hard to get an opportunity. To be honest, and he doesn't muck around with his footy. Trains hard, trains good, and he's a cracking kid.
Up against Bennett this week, Fitzy. It's a big one. I tell you what, every metric, Brian, that South Sydney have had have pretty much been beaten other than the score sheet. So he just finds a way. It's a trappy sort of game, Brian, but I've got a saying. If you have the possession, it'll be a procession, Brian. I think...
Did you just make that up?
I just made it up.
Pretty rank.
Fitzy, it's just always a trappy assignment against Wayne Bennett, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. We've got caught short against his last couple of years when he's coaching the Dolphins on that very aspect. They've got he's a very good identity and spirit coach. He makes the team play for each other very well. As you know, he's very charismatic and gets the best out of players of all levels. So we're under no illusions as to what's coming on Saturday. We feel like even just they've got that never beaten spirit, which is obviously really important in the NRL. And yeah, you'd be a fool to think that Wayne won't have them well prepared and clear in the mind and ready to play. So it's an interesting challenge, and they've obviously shifted mentality a little bit. They're happy to grind and hang in there, and it'll be a stiff challenge. And but so we've got the similar attributes that we're working on, and we'd like to think that we're ready for that challenge and looking forward to it. But, we don't think we won't be disrespecting our opponent, that's for sure.
18th man is Mikaele Ravalawa. Brian, you're guessing, but you expect him to play. Is that right? Are you planning for him, Fitzy?
We've done the work on him just in case. There's obviously preparation-wise, until that squad gets narrowed down, you sort of have a look at the whole 22, and there's a couple of injury concerns there where the young kid went off hurt last week, and you've got to prepare for what could happen there. So he hasn't played for him as yet, so that might be his first opportunity. We're not entirely sure, but we'll be ready for either option there.
Hey, Fitzy, sorry, Fletch. Sad news around young Aaymon doing his knee. But we do get a lot of text, Fitzy, around Kade Dykes. This is a kid who needs a break. How's Kade Dykes coming along?
He's going really well at the moment, actually. He's had it's been a slow process, obviously off the back of a knee recap, and he's had another significant knee injury, so it's a long time between footy for Kade. And what we're feeling like he's getting super close, so it'll be in the coming weeks.
Oh, good.
He's back. He's looking good within himself. He's back training well. He's a cracking kid, and he does that boy's work, and he's a super professional, such a good kid, good family. And we'd love to get him back soon, but we've got to make sure it's right. It's we wouldn't be doing our job if we threw him out there too early. And it's a long year. He'll still play a majority of that if everything works out to plan. And we're excited to see him play again. The boy does. He's worked so hard to get himself back to where he is, and he's not far off.
Now, Fitzy, Addin Fonua-Blake. So when there was rumours that he was looking to come back to Australia, I'd imagine every club would try and move heaven and earth to get him at their club. What did you say to him? What was the selling point to get him at the Sharks?
Great question, Brian.
Oh, I don't know, Fletch. Look, I think with Addin, what happened? I think part of the criteria there was had to be a Sydney club based on compassionate grounds, coming home to be around his family, which is important to him. More or less, I just the first question I asked him was, "What are you going to bring to our team? What are you going to bring to us? And what do you see in us that makes you want to play for us if you do?" And then just a simple discussion around that. And he did have a little bit of a relationship with a couple of our players, Talakai, Sione Katoa. He played Junior Kiwis with Braden Ueli, so he did have a couple of relationships there, and obviously Big Andrew Fafita, who he knows. So, they shared with him what they thought of the club, and it just worked out in our favour. And I'd like to think he saw some progression in our footy and some opportunities going forward is the reason he chose us. But again, we've got to be real mindful with that, and that it's not all up to him to get his. He's been amazing in the first couple of rounds, but it's also not all up to him. Everyone else needs to elevate and catch up and see if we can't even get another level out of Addin, which is exciting for us.
Now, the other bloke that's signed an extension, Tommy Hazelton, he's fast becoming a cult hero. Was he ever going to leave, Craig?
Yeah, I'm not. He definitely. I think with Tommy, he had some pretty big opportunities out there, but what it come back to, not financial for Tommy, which that worked in our favour, obviously, because we weren't at the level of those other clubs. But with Tommy, we definitely wanted to keep him. He's a kid that he started on a 10-week training contract, and he's persevered. And as soon as he got an opportunity, I don't think he's been dropped. So, with a player of that reliability and consistency, and cold hero's a good word, but he's also a cold hero in the sheds. The boys love him. So I think that was a strong enough energy for him. And again, he's still in his infancy, 30, 40 odd games in, and 25, 26. He's got more into him, as you know. The front rowers tend to take a little bit longer to mature. So we were thrilled that Tommy stuck around. We think he's got some more levels in him as well.
Now, this coaching caper can be hard. Can be easy. Have you had a chat to your old teammate Jason Ryles? Have you just given him a bit of a pep up and say, look, your time will come?
Oh, I haven't in the last couple of weeks. So we did talk in the lead up. Obviously, Ryles is a good mate. I've known him for a number of years. We grew up playing together down the Illawarra. So we had plenty of chats on the way in, but it's kind of like the phone's always open for a chat there. But obviously, he'd be going through. I reckon his phone would be running hot at the moment anyway. But I think. You can clearly see that he's made some significant changes. You can clearly see he knows what he's moving towards and what he wants to get out of them. He's just got to stay the course now, and I think they'll improve.
Now, Brian, there's another kid coming through the ranks in the Illawarra system, and His name is Aaymon Fitzgibbon.
Oh,
Fitzy,
yes.
There's big raps, this boy in the Steelers SG ball side. You're a young fella. What about, we've seen this in the past, obviously Flano and Kyle. We've seen Nathan and Ivan. Do you have a desire to coach Aaymon one day?
If he gets Nathan Cleary good, I'll coach him.
Good answer, Gib. Great answer.
Great answer.
No, he's going all right. I wouldn't sign him at the moment. Put it that way. Anyway, I'm a harsh judge, and he's needs to pick his game up. But no, I don't know. At this stage, I think I'll stick to being his dad for now. But no, I think there's a real clear level, and to coach his son, there's got to be some. Obviously the Cleary combinations. I mean, that's one of a kind. I don't think the game's probably seeing that level. So. Takes on a whole new set of challenges, but also he's still young. I just wanted to be his own man before we worry about that.
Is there a young Timmons floating around there too? Down in the Illawarra?
Yeah, Zane, that's Sean's nephew. He's a good young player. He's only first year ball. He's having a pretty good year in the centres there. So, and Timo's the coach actually. So, there's a good little crew down there.
Hey, Fitzy, just Ivan Cleary's released the book, and of course he's just had so much success. Do you get tempted to pick up and read a few pages of the Cleary book, or you'd rather stay away from stuff like that?
Oh, no, I'm always interested in that. Like, I'm quite curious, to be honest, Joel. I don't feel like I don't want to sit here and act like I know it all. I don't think I've been coaching long enough. And there's the lessons you pick up along the way is amazing. You got to be so agile. You walk in with a good plan every day. There's a curveball and things go. So for a person of there's some the game leaves clues, but a person like Ivan also they just got such a good demeanour. They've handled pressure so well over the course of time. So there's some lessons in all that, and you get lessons from all the coaches that you may listen to or read their book or watch it, get interviewed even, and something as subtle as that, you can pick up some things. But at the end of the day, you got to be authentic. Like trying to act like someone you're not, or trying to coach like someone you're not. I think that's foolish. I think the players see straight through that as well. So you got to develop your own way and know what you're about and know what you like as a man. But there's definitely some clues left in there and here and there. But I wish you'd just give us their bloody game plan and what makes it tick, and we'll be sweet.
Now, Fitzy, I spoke out of school. We got a text message through saying, "Can you ask Fitzy about the car ride back from the Gold Coast?" Remember when Ansett we went away and we were in the car and we all rocked off and we said, I'm not driving." And I think we had Singy in the back and Wingy or someone.
Yep.
And and Fitzy goes, as Fitzy always did, "I'll just take the response. I'll do it." Yeah. And we were driving. It was been a big weekend, and we were driving for about an hour and a half, going north.
So Ansett had collapsed.
Ansett had collapsed.
Right.
So we flew up, but while we were up there, all flights were cancelled. So we all had to drive home, and we were and I sort of was on the nod, and I sort of woke up to Fitzy just sweating. And he goes, I think I'm driving the wrong way. We were going north.
Oh, no.
So we left the Gold Coast. And
yuck.
We were basically at Noosa.
Oh, yuck.
And then we stopped off.
Definitely.
Then we stopped off in Coffs Harbour and saw some strange sights. That was a good trip away, wasn't it, Craig?
It was, mate. We would have made it home if we hadn't burned a couple of hours going the wrong direction. But I took we left the Gold Coast. All you great teammates fell sound asleep, and I took a smart ass turn out the back of Byron and thought I'd just take the scenic route. We ended up burning a few hours, so we had to stop and cool the jets a little bit in Coffs. So we did see some.
We saw
sights, but no, funny times, Brian.
It was good.
It was good to see you the other day in Vegas.
Yeah,
too,
it was, Craig. It was very, very good. Anyways.
You love those red phones, didn't you, Brian?
Pardon?
You love those little red phones that they had in the box. The
Which
defence
ones?
and the attack. Was it the offence and the defence?
Oh, yes.
The NFL phones?
Yeah. Well, we noticed, Fitzy, that where you and Josh and Pricey were in, that was cursed, that box.
Cursed.
Because every team lost. In Vegas, I was talking about. You were on that right-hand side. Every team lost in that box.
More the last game. You could have told me before.
I know. But you had the Zero head on. I didn't want to bother you. I just thought, we were talking about. Anyway, you nearly got the cash. You'll get them next time.
Yeah.
You'll get them next time.
Yeah.
Well, Fitzy, it's a big one, mate. You got South Sydney, and it's a big opportunity. You can join South with 2 wins. They're 2-0, and you can go meatloaf Don't be sad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's a big one. You're back at home. The Sharkies ready to explode in 2025. Thanks for sharing a bit of your day with us, mate.
No worries. Thanks, boys. See ya.
See you, Gib. You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But